absolutely thrilled to be joined by NBA champion head coach Nick Nurse on the phone with us right now. John Ryan, Jeff Blankman with you. First of all, Nick, congratulations. Is that title ever going to get old?
Well, thanks first of all, guys, for having me on. It's great. It's great always to hear from people back in the hometown of Carroll. I don't think it's going to get old. It's a pretty unique experience, especially for this organization, this city, this country. I'm sure you guys saw the tremendous support we got and how excited everybody was. So I think it'll never get old. No.
Nick, when did you start dreaming of this as a kid? Because I know you've loved the game your whole life. When did you think that this could be possible, that you could coach in the NBA and be an NBA champion?
I don't know. I guess there was times when I was coaching in Grandview. I mean, first of all, when I was a small kid, we used to go up there and sit in the front row of all the Kemper games. We were the first ones in the door, so we could get the seats in the middle and sit in the front row, and we were dreaming about winning a state championship. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I don't know. When I used to coach at Grandview, I used to get in my car and drive over to Chicago and watch Michael Jordan and the Bulls play, and just drive over by myself and buy a standing room only ticket and watch the games, and thought that was pretty cool to watch those championships unfold. And that probably planted some ideas of, man, that'd be really cool to be part of something like this. But that's probably about it.
I tell you, a lot of stories I see have gone back to your roots here in Carroll. Does that make you proud to see all that? And why do you think everybody makes that such a big deal, that you're from a small town in Iowa?
Yeah, first of all, definitely proud. And more than anything about it, I'm just happy that to kind of share it with everybody. I just, again, seems like I hear it from a lot of people in Carroll, and just wishing good luck and support, and people saying they're watching the games and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of neat, to be honest with you, to be able to kind of share this with everybody back home. Why are they making it? I don't know why they are, to be honest with you, because there's been a lot of really good coaches, NBA champion level coaches, that have come from small towns. I mean, Phil Jackson's from Williston, North Dakota. I think that's a town of about 11,000 people, and he won a few games in his life.
Nick, speaking of that, we know Frank Moloch made it out there with an old Kemper jersey with your number on it. I did get a picture that night from somebody there. How many people from back this way were able to get to one of the playoff games and maybe get a chance to chat with you?
Well, first of all, Frank is sitting right across from me now. He hasn't recovered from the parade yet. So hello to all the Frank Moloch fans in Carroll.
There you go.
All from Frank. He's here joining us today. There was quite a few people. I mean, it was difficult. Obviously, the finals tickets aren't cheap, and they're not easy to come by. So, and you guys know I got a large family. Most of my brothers and sisters were able to make it to a game or two. First cousins, some nieces and nephews, etc. Yeah, it was great, man. Really, really, really good experience for a lot of people, that are close to me.
Nick Nurse, NBA champion coach with the Toronto Raptors, on the phone with us right now. I got to ask you about celebrity Drake. He's always courtside for all the things. I literally see you almost have to walk around him all the time. Did you have to say, yeah, excuse me, can you sit down a little bit every once in a while during games?
Yeah. I don't, and that's a funny thing. People ask me about it a lot, and again, you're so focused and into the game. I know this sounds hard to believe, but when he gave me the quote-unquote back rub during the end of one of the games that people took pictures of and posted around, I didn't even know it. Somebody sent me a picture the next morning, and I didn't even know he had done that. I didn't even feel it, and I say one of two things: either A, I was really focused, or B, he's got really soft hands. But so that's just, and I don't, he doesn't bother me over there. I tell you what, I'll tell you this much: it's a lot worse on the road. Some places, there's a lot of people sitting down there and not cheering for you.
Yeah.
I tell you that those are the people you got to watch. You got to watch their legs and their shoes and their feet and all that, and their soft drinks and all that kind of stuff down there along the floor.
Nick, I heard a great story a couple of weeks ago from Mike McCaffrey here in town about you with the glasses that you wear with your mom, and that you actually have no lenses or whatever, that you don't need them because you had surgery. I just thought that was a neat story. Can you kind of go in a little bit more in depth maybe on how that story came about?
Well, I wore glasses for a long time, right after high school all the way through till I got to Toronto and was still wearing. I needed to wear them, but when I was a head coach for most of my career, but when I came here as an assistant and was out on the court a lot more, kind of banging with the players and guarding them and contesting them, and I think it was about my second practice here as an assistant, I got a ball right in the bridge of the glasses and they shattered and went flying, and I said, well, that's enough of wearing glasses. I'm going to go get LASIK if possible, and I think I went through that whole season and then got it right before the next season. And I didn't really tell anybody. I just got it like a couple days before we left for training camp. And we had a preseason game on television, and my phone was blowing up after the game. My sisters, my mom, and finally I called Mom back because, you get a few calls in a row from your mom. You're concerned. And she says, what's the matter? How come you weren't at the game? And I was like, I was at the game, and I said, oh, Mom, I got LASIK. And she goes, well, I couldn't see you on TV because you weren't wearing glasses, so you put those glasses back on. So I said, all right, Mom, I'll go get some frames, and I just ever since I wear them. Yeah.
All right. Got to ask you about some moments in the playoffs. The Kawhi Leonard Game 7 against the 76ers. The ball bounces 4 times. Did your heart literally stop at that moment?
No, I didn't really see it bouncing, to be honest. I was counting them. I knew it went off, and I knew it bounced up, and then I kind of lost track of it, and I just knew, and then I kind of saw it go in. So, again, when you're right down there in it, it's like, people are always saying, oh, my God, how you feeling? And you're not feeling anything other than, let's make the shot and win the game and let's get out of here. And that's what happened. And I think I jumped in the air after it happened, and I tried to quickly get over and congratulate the other coach for a great series,
I think the whole town of Carroll jumped up when that shot went in.
Nick,
I agree.
What's it say about your team this year and you as a coach to be able to go into Oracle Arena against a team that had been in the finals 5 straight years and go 3-0 this year? That's got to stand out. You guys didn't lose, and you didn't lose to them in the regular season either. So 4-0 at Oracle this year. That says a lot about this Raptors club.
Yeah, our team was really good on the road just in general, and I think that it's a good point you make. They were pretty steady emotionally. That's one big thing I would say, even keeled, and we did make it a kind of a really big point of emphasis. The day before training camp started, I had your regular team kind of kickoff meeting, and really one of my emphasis was that we were not going to get 2 up or 2 down about anything. A bad half or a bad preseason game or a great win on the road, or we were just going to kind of play the games as best we could, learn what we could the next couple days, get ready to play the next one, and just kind of kept that mindset the whole way and not overreact really to anything. And it was good because there were some moments during the season. We went down to San Antonio in the Kawhi first visit back game, and the place was electric, and they were booing like I've never heard an NBA crowd boo before. And we got our doors blown off. We didn't handle it at all. Got on a plane and flew to Milwaukee for a back-to-back and won the next night. And it was just like a starting point, really, of us not getting too wrapped up in any one result and going out and playing the next one. And I think that, really did a lot for us down late in the year.
NBA champion head coach Nick Nurse on the phone with us right now. Got to ask you what the next couple of months are going to look like for you. You're going to be back in the area coming up soon at Wild Rose in Jefferson. But what does the next couple of months look like for you?
Well, roughly. Roughly, we got the draft tomorrow, so I'm in the office today working. I am going to take a few days off next week, leading into coming back to Iowa. Got a big family reunion out at the farm near Sheridan that my mother grew up on. And then the casino, then free agency starts June 30th, so I'll probably be exiting Wild Rose, heading to San Diego to talk to, Kawhi Leonard, who's a free agent. So we'll do that, and then we'll head to Vegas for Summer League. That starts. That'll be about 10 days in Vegas. Have another little break there for the last part of July, and then, as you guys probably heard, I'm coaching the Canadian national team, and we are playing in the World Cup in China, so practice for that will start middle of August, and the tournament's early part of September in China.
Coach, what was the parade like? About 1.5 million people, I understand, were along the route. That had to be just crazy.
Yeah, I think that 1.5 million is about a third too few, if you want my honest opinion. Seriously, it was unbelievable. And I think a couple things happened. One is there were so many people. They were literally. It was more like a march than a parade. They had, people were out in the streets, and they had to kind of keep moving them forward to just move the parade. It took I don't know. The whole thing lasted about 5 hours, I think. Went back after the stage part of it as well. But again, you're kind of down in the middle of it, and you're not really feeling the whole scope of it. At times, the cheering was deafening on each side of the vehicle I was on. You'd go under a bridge or something, and it would just like tunnel it all in, and it'd be like, whoa, this is wild. But I did tape the parade and watched it the next morning and saw the aerial shots and all that kind of stuff. And I think the length of it going slow, the weather just kept getting nicer and nicer as the day goes on. I think people were watching it on TV and were like, we got to be a part of it. I think they just kept growing and growing and growing as the day went on. And, they were excited, man. This is a first-time deal. These people are really, again, prideful of their country, of their city. And we're excited about the team winning, that's for sure.
Yeah, you had a whole country behind you, not just a city, but a whole country behind you there. So congratulations, Coach. I know you got to run. You've got people lined up waiting to talk to you. Your phone probably has not stopped buzzing, has it, since you won?
Yeah, it's pretty busy, but it's all right. It's always nice to talk to you guys, man.
All right. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. Congratulations again. We had a great time watching you guys do that.
Thanks, Nick, and congratulations.
See you soon. Take care.